King's Disease 3. Finally have a trilogy in front of us now. Okay, Nazil, and Hitboy has blessed us with a third one. I am super excited for this because the first one was amazing. The second one was phenomenal. And now we have a third one. But I have to be honest. I am a little skeptical about this one. I ain't gonna lie. Like, can they really do it for the third time? Don't mistake me saying this for thinking this is gonna be trash. Because I don't think this is gonna be trash by any means. What I'm basically saying is, I don't know if it's gonna have the ability to at least maintain the quality of the previous two, or surpass it. I don't know, because that's the thing with streaks. The longer of a streak you carry, the more it's like, okay, how long can he keep this up for? So with the third one, I'm like, hey, the first one was fired, the second one was fired. Logically, the third one should be fired, but sometimes you never know. But yeah, King's Disease 3. Album cover is just 3 gold bars, which is perfect, simplistic, and I like it. And it's funny because it feels like the King's Disease album covers have just gotten simpler the more they go. Like, the first one was a super artistic artwork. The second one was just Nas' face, and now it's just 3 bars. There you go, King's Disease 3. Without further ado, enough with the hypotheticals and the guessing. We got the album right here, so let's just get into it. Track 1, Ghetto Reporter.
Close your eyes. Listen.
They get niggas time like it's lunch down there. You go down there looking for justice, that's what you find. Just us. It's comedy, it's hilarious.
You go down there to find justice, and that's all you find. Just us. That's clever. That's the first time I've heard that.
For me, dropping album after album like it's a various artist compilation, but it's just me and HB, and this shit take concentration. Niggas know I don't drop this off, so cherish it. Like it.
He's right. Because that is one thing I forgot to say in the intro of this video is that, listen, Nas and Hitboy have been dropping these like hotcakes. The first one, boom. And between this one and the second one, he dropped one which was like maybe the throwaways, which was called, I forgot. But you will see the album on the screen. And that shit was fire too. So it's like, this thing is just dropping like hotcakes, bro. Supply and demand. That's what he's doing right now. Supply and demand. That man is here. Supply is here.
When the culture vultures swoop down, they start exploiting the sound. They drew up contracts for our niggas, Drew Hill to Drew down. And them praying they set. Instead, most artists don't live as good as the execs. And they end up depressed, scarred by A&Rs.
That's fucked up what they be doing to these artists, man. They be ripping them off.
Ghetto Reporter, live from 40 side. You know my storyline. First project rapper, triple platinum with New Yorker pride. King's Disease, most of us catch it at one. The audacity masterfully crafted these classics, so naturally had to be nasty back at it. They argue KD1, KD2, or Magic was harder when KD3 go harder than all of them. Back in the
word. So according to him, KD3, King's Disease 3 is gonna be harder than all of them. Let's see.
I was dolo, I better shot y'all to see me grow. And the uh-ohs are still in the 10 months industry dinners. Had to tend to my business, go past the sky's limit. All the way. Just applaud this. Yeah.
Trapped in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a trap that we can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Till we over, till it's dead, till we in the dirt. When I'm 50 years old, I'm gonna have 50-year-old fans, 60-year-old fans, and 16-year-old fans.
Hey, Nazir, I think you are starting to, accomplish that. Because really, I'm young. I'm not an old head. I'm not an old head. I'm in my 20s. And I'm still anticipating your projects. So I feel like you are on the right path as of now. So keep it pushing. I'm saying keep going. I'm saying like maintain whatever you're doing right now. Keep doing that. But yeah, listen, this track was a great opener. And I'm glad it is, because in King's Disease 1 and 2, the intro tracks were phenomenal. There were very good tracks to like catch your ear and basically set you off right for the rest of the album. And I feel like Ghetto Reporter is doing the same thing right now. Like this is a very good intro track to me. Track 2, Legit.
Yeah. My beginnings was intense.
So already we have a more soulful beat sample in the background. Just like it was the case for the first track, is continuing with that on the second track, and I like it. Listen, if Hitboy just samples only soulful songs for the rest of this album, I am not mad at it by any means.
For sure. Yeah. We coming blacker than Black Panther 2. Nobody this thorough, that's the truth. Never go against the family.
Y'all fucking with Black Panther 2? Be honest, yes or no? Tell me in the comments.
It takes waking up early to face the moment to
Ooh, yes.
Save it or blow it. I mean, it's only some paper, none of my stove still lit. Many still on the scales with it. System failed. My niggas in the trial hearing no bail. Eyewitness showed up and snitches. All they said was I would be a felon, be deceased. Instead, I'm in Margiela in Loewe with the crease. The consummate.
This track was filled with gems and wise words from Nas, preaching black ownership, you know what I'm saying, going legit, making legal money and being able to provide for yourself, you know what I'm saying, doing something right for the community. This is the type of music and the type of, you know, content that we had in the past King's Disease, and he's continuing with that, and I'm all for it. If you want to bring positive message to the black community, I'm never mad at that. And the drums on this song was knocking. You know what I'm saying? When the beat switch caught me off guard and it was done effectively. Hitboy, you did that. You did that. Third track, I think it's Thun. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. I guess I wasn't saying right. Thun.
Not niggas I really met through music shit. It be some real thuns I grew up with. Phone calls from the feds, long story.
The fuck is a thun? Thunder, thun. Hopefully by the end of this track, I know what a thun is. Or else I might have to go hit up Urban Dictionary. You already know. When you're not in the loop, you gotta go figure it out.
Had a beat take from stretch, rest, black tech, black vest to master dark aura. We hit the city deep in the explorer. Looking at the source, wish I was the cover story that was coming shortly. Pop a bottle, we not promised tomorrow. Showing love is the motto. Flicks a cowboy hat, strapped like Desperados.
The first verse was very good, very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Going back in the days, things that he had to do in the streets to survive. I like the way Nas raps because he's an artist that raps in a way that he can easily just paint a picture in your head. When he raps, I can imagine what he's rapping about. It's like I was there. You know what I'm saying? He's very descriptive like that. Hey, the beat is hard too. This beat knocking.
To really put that thing onto your ribcage and pull a switchblade, do anything. It's the bridgeway, but I go through, roll through, just so out the O2. Thunderous, what up, thunny, thun, thun, mad thunderous.
So is that what Thun stands for? Thunderous? If that's the case, then I was close in the beginning. This track was hard. This shit was hard. I don't even have anything else to say. This track was... That shit was Thun. It was thunder. And I said that shit was going crazy. Track 4, Michael and Quincy. Go ahead, Nas. Come on, warm up. It's okay. You got it. Come on, man. Come on. Go ahead.
Sitting high in the cliff from a younger dude with a crew, and we was working the shift. Your South Park cartoon characters, I'm convinced they never been scared to death while staying calm at the twist. I creep go crazy, CeeLo Green, Nas Barkley. Before I even pulled to the spot, they try to park me. I'm used to dark seas, that's why I spark green. Why I pour wine? They don't stock these, I gotta order mine. Here might spark flames. Aviator frames, bandages slamming. This is stage from a stretcher I wave. And Quincy on the trumpet, Hitboy on the drum kit. Nasty like Michael, no vocals I overdub it. Bouncing off the wall, always starting something. Behind the scenes of the Thriller video, big budgets. Moonwalking, smooth criminal talking. I'm changing colors right now till I'm dark skinned. Adam Clayton Powell, complexion the Baldwins. Andy, are you okay watching me transforming?
Okay, no. He's going crazy right now. This whole part after the beat switch, comparing him to Michael and Quincy to Hitboy, and him throwing all of these Michael Jackson and Quincy references from the Off the Wall, the Thriller, the going dark skin. Oh shit, nah, he going crazy.
Pinky ring glitter like the socks and the glove. Know some money getting thugs that could buy the Beatles pub. That's what I really call copping white, reeing up.
Copping white, reeing up. You bought the Beatles discography, buying the whites, and then you reeing up. Just like you would do with cocaine. Track 5, 30.
A divine creature ran through dimes divas. I turned blocks to beaches by the wild for keeping it so timeless. Almost half a century with a crispy line that my peeps alive said I remind them of Martin Lawrence breaking hearts on some real thin line shit. This is superhero material, rap star status. Premiere album still might happen.
I would love that. I would love that. Premiere album with Nas once again. Yeah, just straight premiere beats. I love that trend. Come on, Nas, give us that. Don't tease us now. You said it. Don't tease us. Don't blue ball us now. You gotta do it now.
This is madness. In all fairness, we've been moving how you fuck niggas want 'em. My 30 for 30 highlights doing numbers. Going on 30 summers. Going on 30 summers. Going on 30 summers. I'm going on 30 summers.
Is that why he named it 30 Summers? That would explain the choice of a trap beat on this specific song. Because if you remember well, on King's Disease 1, he had a song called 27 Summers where basically he rapped on a trap beat, basically bragging about, yo, I've been doing this shit for 27 summers. Look how, and I'm still, you know what I'm saying, killing shit. Look how impressive that is. And trap beat on that song, trap beat on this song, basically saying, hey, 3 years later, after that song, look, still rocking shit, still shaking shit. I like that. The reason I like that is because I like the choice of the trap beat. Because when you put the trap beat and you talk about how long you've been doing this shit, I think it's like Nas basically showing to you that he's still within the times. Because that's something I wanted to say about this track. The fact that he can rap on a trap beat, which is modern day hip hop instrumental that is very common, and Nas can so effortlessly just rap on this like the way he does. He's basically showing us that he's not missing a beat. And for him to do so after 30 summers is crazy. For him to be able to rap like this on a new age beat, you know what I'm saying, a lot of old heads cannot rap on beats like this anymore because it's too fast, but him, he's, you know what I'm saying, gliding through that shit. Hey, solid. I'm dick sucking, huh? I'm glazing, huh? I should chill, right? All right, let me relax then. Track 6, Hood to Hood. That shit groovy as hell.
Nice new pieces you got. Super Bowl champs celebrate like me. With Escobar cigars, let me say my piece. Money and track money, statewide hustlers. Jury sellers exposed by these fake watch busters. How did I become number one? I'm 101, flying down a 101, right under the Cali sun. Junior Mafia, I was sub, shorty calling me son. Of one click, make $1 million today, it'll probably be us. Red Hook, Fort Greene, Canarsie, Far Rock, East New York, QB, Compton, Long Beach, IE.
If basically Nas saying, you know what I'm saying, he valid everywhere. Everywhere in America from hood to hood, they checking for him.
Brothers be chillin' Sabbath Friday evening. Even in jail, I hear the Latins got each other back. Now that we jump each other for the phone that comes to black. Don't worry about nobody else trying to energy man.
You know what I'm saying? Basically saying, yo, we go against each other while the other cultures, they're sticking together and trying to build, we go against each other. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like fighting over a phone in jail. Blacks fighting over. People are coming together, trying to build something, and we in jail fighting over a phone call. You know what I'm saying? This is fucking crazy. That was a good track. The instrumental was delightful as fuck, honestly. Holy. Track 7, Recession Proof.
It's your favorite neighborhood rap. I grew up around weed smoke, just like the Marleys. Heard my mom whenever she spoke, they having parties. And when the summer starts, you hear 100 shots. Stepping over empty liquor bottles I come across. Cause young hitters jumps in the building. And I peeped him, I was low, so I stole him and sold him while he was sleeping. Re-up, gave it back with interest. We even. Some of these things that we escaped, I can't believe it. Knicks game up in the seats.
If this is true, that is crazy. I like that the sound of the instrumental kind of matches the story he was telling behind Recession Proof. You know, because he was telling stories about shit that was happening back in the 70s or 80s, if I was paying attention well. And that is the type of beat that would imagine that, you know, that generation to be listening to. So I like that. I like the fact that he took an instrumental that was basically matching the setting and the theme of the time point that he was telling his story from. Track 8, Reminisce.
my comfort, give you discomfort. Just know that in the hood they gon' bump this. I didn't have to die so that they could call me the great one. Didn't take a couple albums, people said it was day one.
That's true. Okay, I can't say that. I was about to say, yo, is this a shot to Pac and Biggie? But that's a stretch. That's a fucking stretch. But you know, yeah, Nas didn't have to die for people to recognize his greatness. After the first few albums, especially after Illmatic, people already saw him as a great rapper. Some people see him as one of the greatest rappers of all time strictly off of just that album. So
you high as me, you get highly critiqued. Hopped on a beat, purposely sounded like 9-3, none quite like me. So haters could SMD when they bitter like black licorice. My life still sweet. I went for the cash grab, crack.
That's basically like a fuck you bar to the haters. He's basically saying, I stay bitter while I live this sweet life. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you hate, the more I'm gonna enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And him saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, shit that was a hurdle for me would have murked you. Yeah, I kind of see that as a slight to the haters too, because it's like, yo, you hating about me and shit, but if you were in my situation, you would have made it that far. You probably would have been dead already.
Things that shaped me would have murked you.
No. Well, actually, I can't say no, because that would be hypocritical. Let me explain. I know I seem like I'm overreacting, but here's the thing. I do not want Nas to rap on a drill beat. I don't, please. And it's contradicting with what I said on the track 30. The track titled 30, not the 30th track, where I said he could keep up with the times. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta be careful with what you say, because now I do not want to hear Nas on a drill beat. Please. I'm gonna press play and pray that he's not gonna try to lay something on a track beat. Please.
Tripping on them, spinning corners, distant times. I reminisce on them, reminisce. I was stuck on the silliness. Was it love that I was really in? We don't know what you're really in, but then it's too late. Reminisce.
He did it. And it wasn't even that bad. I have to be, it wasn't even that bad. Okay. I still did not want to hear that. But at least it's not as bad, cringe, or corny as I thought it would be. But still, I would have rather him just not do it. Go on. But it's not just Nas. I'm just tired of artists that did not come from that drill scene trying to fit in that drill scene. Listen, please just let it be this, okay? As long as it's not a full track of him rapping on the drill beat, I'm fine, okay? If it's just this, just him to show him, I ain't gonna do it, but I could do it if I want to. If that's what you wanted to do, Nas, I'm okay with it. I'm saying just that little part, that little end, I'll accept it for what it is. Track 9, Serious Interlude. Listen, got the guitars going.
Ladies love cool Nas with a tight fade. And I ain't make it past the 9th grade. And I ain't need to have one dime in the bag of dime. And I ain't need $1 to holler, I made a mine. A rich dude white, he probably doing the math. Late night, she venting to me, say he doing her bad. And I ain't feel a way about it. Told her pray about it. When I crush it, she go back home. I hate the silence. Writing in my notepad.
Hey, I ain't know Nas was a Mac like that. I mean, I should have known after he bagged Nicki Minaj back in the day. I should have known. I should have known that.
But now she wants something more. I'm ready to call it quits. The one I'm with right now, who I'm getting lost in. A serious situation. A serious situation we all go through. When I risk it all for you. A serious situation we.
Yo, who's that singing like that? Because he's not featured, but you know what I'm saying? He killing the little background.
A serious situation we all.
See, he going crazy. That was a smooth beat. I guess this is why Nas came in just telling him a bit of his macking that he has. Not saying his game that he be spitting to the women. Not saying he basically saying I'm a smooth dude. The same way that beat was smooth, he was smooth just like that back in the day. Not saying messing with girls that had niggas, and not saying niggas was looking at him sideways because they kind of knew something was going up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? Track 10, I'm on fire.
All I need is a beat and I'm stitching you like stitching these words together. How I'm still getting better. I'm finding more gold as I dig in the dirt with the shovel.
Hey, all the big Nas fans, do you guys think he's actually getting better with time though? Like, cause you know, I'm not hip all the way from since he started. I say I'm a younger person, but for someone, if you've listened to him throughout his whole discography and you've been a fan for a long time, do you think he's actually getting better within time? They say the same thing about Jay-Z too. Jay-Z, they say he's getting better with rapping. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Let me know.
Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. I'm giving me win against me. Y'all use that as an excuse. You dudes cannot convince me. Trick me out my spot. Y'all want my shit like Sherman Hemsley. I'm debunking the black.
I think this was the first track that I was probably indifferent towards, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It was all right, but none to write home about, in my opinion. And I didn't really like the I'm on fire. I don't know if that was a sample or someone singing that, but I didn't like that, honestly. Track 11, What the Fuck? Shake My Head.
Jury is disgusting, but let's discuss the taste. I'm in another place. This whole shit is a shambles. Low vibrational levels. Riders never get canceled. Wanna see you untrapped. Plotting on another man and his possessions is whack. One-on-one with your op. All they see is two dumb blacks. WTF.
Basically saying like, yo, you out here, and I'm saying dissing your ops, da-da-da, yo, fuck the ops, whoop-de-whoop. But, you know, outside of that, the people outside of that looking in, they're looking in like, look at these two niggas just niggering it up. You know what I'm saying? They looking at it like a nigga moment from Boondocks, and it just looked ridiculous at that point.
The mic still smoking, I ain't once go horse. I never take a day off from this fly shit that I'm on. Come on, please get your lady off of my horn. She told me she asked her body so quick to flip, or say they with the shits. They go against someone look just like them, but when the enemy has government powers, they become cowards and cut the tough guy shit. When they arrest, when they come cuff your kids, they give us criminal records. We can adapt, I wish that we could adapt, my brother. Pro-black with a machete, pinky ring, a hog in the back. This is not a rap song, why you calling it that? This is an audio book, I'm an author on tracks. I open so many WTF, SMH, I'm on Geo. 2023 just might open a casino. Community love, provided jobs. Why would you try to come for me? Why you ain't proud of Nas?
I like the way that he basically painted how, you know, especially black men, the black people in the impoverished neighborhood are living. You know what I'm saying? The way he was painting, it was kind of sorry, because like, yo, he was basically showcasing and exposing the fact that the people that are born and raised in those environments, they're set up for failure, really. And it's unfortunate. But yeah, the second part of the beat was fire. It didn't have any drums. I think it was just a sample loop, but that sample loop was good. It had a mellow tone to it. You know what I'm saying? Very, I wouldn't say laid back. It had a little bit much more of a slight darkness to it, slight eeriness to it, a little bit of angelic voice added to it too. It was a great blend that created for a very beautiful sample loop. Match that with what Nas was saying on top of it, and you know what I'm saying? Solid. Track 12, Once Man, Twice a Child.
Strong motherfucker when you're young. I duck the razor, duck some punches, even duck the gun. Now listen, knowledge I received as a seed, as a G, that would feed my personal frequency to this savages. First niggas in New York with Bentleys, Tyson Key Dog, puffed out than me before many minutes.
Is that true? Was he the first nigga in New York? Okay, there's no, you know how rappers be saying shit just to be saying shit, but really, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to fact check this, but sounds good, so you know what I'm saying? The way he sounded make it sound good and convincing, so hey, might as well be true. Maybe he was the first nigga in New York with Bentleys.
And in the streets I had agility, was quick to strike. My fears not seeing it coming, got too rich for that sight. So take advantage of your youth before you elderly, cause today is the youngest that you will ever be.
Once a Man, Twice a Child. I need to re-listen to this song because I'm not sure what he means by that. I'm saying for now, from what I've got for the first listen, is that basically your childhood will help you shape you to who you will become once you are a man. I don't know. I might be chatting shit, really. I have to just re-listen to this fucking song. Track 13, Get Light. Bro, I'm not from New York, but I wish I was from New York so I could have properly know how to get light. It looks fun. I'll take getting light over any dance that came out of New York, over the Millie Rock, over the fucking getting sturdy, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, even the chicken noodle soup, whatever dance. Getting light is just fire.
Moments like this is peace to say the least. We used to play ball with girls, watch me play smooth. I had to try to be like Mike, a cool 3-point shooter. Couldn't be the
When the bitches get around, that's when you play the hardest. Yeah, you'll find it's always that one guy in the basketball court. He'll take the game lightly, all fun and games, hee hee ha ha, whatever. But once if you let a few women get in the stands, and they go, like, come on, bro. You was not doing none of that when the bitches was not around. Now you trying to, come on, man. Nas, you were one of them? Let me find out.
Please believe it or not, I'm still a cream of the crop. I was just until the age of 18 on the chart. Get light with it. Day party to midnight with it. Ice wet like a fire hydrant hit it. While the girls double dutch, I double my digits.
That was a very lighthearted song. Positive vibes, lighthearted, fun. This was the song that had the most joyful feel to it. I'm saying not to take any serious. You just put that on and feel good. Track 14, First Time.
First time. Yeah. I think we're gonna call this one the first time. Brucey B voice. First time you heard Nas, or your big brother put you on like surprise. Hearing my hood described, so vivid you can see it by closing your eyes.
When was the first time I heard Nas? When was the first time? Damn, what was the first time I heard Nas? Oh, I think the first time I vividly remember listening to Nas was because of BET. I think it was One Mic. I think they put the video on, it was either 106 in Park or BET Now, some shit like that. It might be the first time. One Mic might be the first time. I might be mistaken, but off the top of my head right now, One Mic I think is the first one.
You heard Nas, you probably heard somebody say that I pick bad beats, but I pick bad freaks. Narratives, they run it with the class.
That has been a narrative that has been going around for a long time. Nas picks bad beats, and you can't say that no more. I don't think you can say that about Nas no more, honestly. After the King's Disease series, you can't say that no more.
Suspended in there. Since Kendrick entered the atmosphere, 09 was there. A La Cienega, my nigga from LA said there's a nigga from Black Hippie. I was happy to just witness history. Like the first time.
So basically, I think Nas was early on Kendrick, if that makes sense. He said 09. Yeah, so hey, listen, there's nothing better than being up on an artist very early and then you see them flourish and blow up. Because it's like, man, I believed in you and I was right for believing in you. And it's fulfilling. That feeling is very fulfilling. I enjoyed this track just off of the fact that it made me kind of like trying to remember when was the first time I listened to Nas. Just off of that, I enjoyed this song because at least it made me think, it made me, reminisce a little bit about the old times, And I appreciate this song, I'm saying. Even if I never go back to the song again, I appreciate this song for just that. Track 15, Beef.
It's like y'all can't do nothing without me. Everything be going good, but then y'all pull me in and mess everything up. Why y'all always let me win? When empires fall over women, I am the reason. USA and Al-Qaeda, I'm the tension between them. I'm the worst to get misinterpreted. I'm the get back, I'm the first to hit. I'm the worst of it, lurking on your premises.
That was a nice first verse. He basically personified beef, saying that beef is what causes tension between people. It's what people fear, and I'm saying it's what rappers don't want to get into. It's basically, he turned beef into a person and basically saying like, y'all don't want beef with beef. Pause. I don't know.
Why it's always gotta be resorting to me? I ain't asked for this power, was torture and forced me to see people draining themselves. So pull off.
Listen, is it me or did he sample the NY State of Mind instrumental? And I'm sure the NY State of Mind instrumental itself samples something, but I hear the like hear it. Listen on my left ear. I don't know if it's gonna be on you guys' left ear too, but listen to it.
From horrible deeds, Rumors turn it into a monster, lies always mislead. By the time you hear what
I don't
somebody
know.
said,
With Nas making a personification of like beef, you know, say turning beef into a person, it made me realize how much I do miss that in rap. I do feel like maybe with the newer school and the newer age rappers, that's not something that is done as much. I do think that it's something that should be brought back, not abusively, because too much of something is always bad, but you know, taking something that is not a person and then turning it into a person, whether it's something like beef or whatever. It could be drugs or whatever, and you're personifying it and making it to a person and basically saying what it does to other people. It's something that I miss, and this is great poetry using that type of way to convey your message, and I like it. It's beautiful. Track 16, Don't Shoot.
just a grown man trying to see how to change the community. Cause all I see is mama's crying, reading eulogy. He weird, one day Esco be rapping about shooting me. Next day he's saying I can't. He been confusing me, don't with that. I advise you fine, I don't just rap. Look around every town like a death trap. I just mind put a 9 till it's back tap. Then it went black, black, now we set back.
Rapping double time, okay.
Endlessly speak vengeance on MP3s. Percocet addiction, that could be your EMD. Your mindset is your vaccine for every disease, illness, affliction, sneeze.
Mindset, you know what I'm saying? It's the vaccine to any disease, and that's true. You know what I'm saying, it's basically the law of attraction. You only think negative, negative shit is gonna come to you. You think positive, positive shit is gonna come to you.
For your king's disease, you gotta look inside to cure that. You got all the answers. Imagine no man shot for the next 10 years. No man killed for the next 30 years. Think about how much we will attain.
For this track, I do enjoy the message, but the thing is, saying, hey, imagine if no man shot for the next 10 years or 30 years. Yes, that would cure and help for a lot of unnecessary murders and, you know, families that have lost loved ones and grieving that could have been prevented. But at the same time, it's not realistic. But I understand the message behind it. I do understand it. I'm saying, like, we need to stop shooting each other because it leads to a lot of bad consequences and trauma that, you know, can create for a vicious cycle. But at the end of the day, that's just, I don't know. That might not be very realistic. Last track, track 17, Till My Last Breath.
Yeah, get it cross state lines. King's Aziz going, Katie going, Trey 5. All net like I'm starting for the Nets. Base to base, I might suit up.
That'd be hard.
I'm applying pressure, I see why she pressed. When she with me, she Glorilla F&F. And yes,
You know what's funny about Nas? Not only on this album, but on the other King's Disease, he has referenced a lot of things that were trendy or things that were happening in that, you know, within that time that was very popular. Like, I would never think that Nas would talk about Glorilla, but he does. And that goes to show that he stays in the loop and he's very, you know, up to date with what's going on in hip hop or rap culture.
political correctness. Hecklers are more respected than the one giving the message on stage. It's messed up. We can't say anything without offending. So now my mouth is in the jailhouse when cases pending. First,
That's him addressing cancel culture. You know, these days, the way the world is shaped, you can't say anything or else you're done. That was a great ending track. Had a lot of energy to it. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, I call that going out with a bang. That's what it was. That was going out with a bang. So, done with the album. The album was very good, actually. You know, I was worried in the beginning, but honestly, I think the quality is good enough to be part of this King's Disease series. Honestly, it does the series justice. Now, I don't know if they're gonna continue this series. I don't know if this was the last one. I don't know if he only solely wanted to make it a trilogy. But if that's the case, this is a great way to just end it. Honestly, I had a lot of fun listening to this. I'm actually surprised that, well, actually, I shouldn't be surprised because the last two was very much quality music, like I said. But with this one not having any features, that was part of why I was worried too. But hey, it delivered. It did what it had to do. Nas came in, I'm saying, with the bars, as always. And he basically, you know, touched back on a few subjects that were mentioned on the past two King's Disease. He also brought a little bit more of a knowledge to it to like further the knowledge and the information that we already got. Basically like the cherry on top, basically. And Hitboy did his thing. The production, amazing. I said the tracks had fire instrumentals all the way through. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this album. This album was very good. It was very fire. Quality, very much quality. Now, this honestly, if I'm speaking objectively, I think this might will be my least favorite. But with it being my least favorite from the three, it doesn't mean that it lacks in quality. The quality is still there, like still close. And that's why I'm not mad at it. I'm very satisfied with this project. Now, if you guys have listened to this project, let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys next time. Peace.